Hi everyone. Welcome back to A Sky Full of Stars, episode 23. And it looks like we are now in the current phase. And we just came out of this very extensive past phase, or childhood phase, where we got to see how Akito, Hikari, and Saya became interested in astronomy. And it all started with the memento that Akito got from his parents. So at first he had this telescope. He felt it was broken. He didn't know how to use it. But thanks to Hikari, who wanted to do astronomy, he was able to bring this telescope to life. And for Saya, the stars really represent her eyes, the amber and blue eyes. And on top of that, we had a very encouraging teacher, Ihari Saotome, to get them engaged and involved in astronomy. So now I wonder what's going on, because the last time we left the current phase was when Akito saw Hikari on top of the train, and now it looks like he's back in the stop and buy convenience store doing his shift. So let's see what happens next. And more importantly, what happened with Orihime, Honoka, and Noriko. So even when we were younger, she always acted without thinking. I'm not really interested in being involved with someone so reckless. So I'm pretty sure he's talking about Hikari. And I think he's texting that lady that we don't know who she is.
へえ、いいじゃない。運命の再会って感じでさ。
Yep.
あ、もしかして前に昔いろいろあったって言ってたの、その子のこと？
So I wonder why Akito's still texting her, even though he doesn't really know her that well, and he just met her through some strange place. I forgot what it was. Well, something like that.
ほんでほんで。口を割る気はないとなかなか手強い。胸の谷間程度じゃ不足か。
Okay, I don't like where this is going.
ねえ、あれどうだった？興奮した？
So I had to cut out that part because that was just way too much for this recording. And Akito, he just bluntly admitted so.
あきとくん素直。
And now it's getting her excited.
またバイト中に OL といかがわしいことしてんのか。
Okay, so now the current Takeichi, he noticed what Akito was doing. So this used to be bully person. Oh, I'm just getting some advice on life. So what is he doing here? Okay, so he's making use of the free refills for coffee. And sometimes we even got a quick meal if the manager was around.
お前の周り女子いっぱいいるじゃん。何も顔も知らないどっかの OL なんかに相手してもらわなくても。
So I wonder if he's jealous now. It's like, you have all these girls around you, so I don't know why you're still talking to this person that you don't even know who she is. The office person. Well, if you're too close, there's still a lot you can't say. For example, you can't complain about messing up with a really close childhood friend again after several years. And besides, I gave a bold grin. I might not know her face, but How about this? Hi everyone. So I apologize about the skip. So what just happened was that Akito tried to make Takeichi jealous by sharing with him one of the pics that he got from Komako in episode 6 of my recording. And Takeichi was talking about it so loudly that Saya heard it as she walked in. And Akito tried to hide it from Saya, but obviously it doesn't fool Saya because she knows Akito very well. Well, they're child friends. So now with Takeichi back at the seats drinking coffee, he changes the topic and he's asking her about some favor that I don't know what's going on. So we'll have to see what happens next. So yeah, how did that favor go? Okay, I'm not really sure what Saya means about, well, it doesn't seem like they're doing astronomy club things. Oh, so what were they doing then? Drawing comics? Sai said with a dubious expression. Okay, so I'm still not sure what's going on, but it seems like Sai went to an astronomy club and so it's astronomy club in name only. So they're actually drawing comic strips instead of doing actual astronomy work. So yeah, it's just a cover then. I had asked Saya to check out the Seisen Girls Astronomy Club. Oh, okay, so he's looking at one of the astronomy clubs in the town. So the Seisen Girls Astronomy Club had once been a member of the Six Stars Club, but they hadn't showed up at the gathering a few days ago. So this was around episode 7 to 8 of my recording, where Orihime had this meeting about how to get this Six Stars Club started. Wow, that was a long time ago. Well, we thought that maybe they were afraid of getting into trouble for meeting with another school without permission, but that wasn't the case. So that'll be a bit difficult to explain, though. So I was like, well, how do we get comic strip artists to be interested in astronomy? And it's like the club has kind of changed directions to the point where it's not really astronomy anymore. And they might as well change the name of the club. Well, they're keeping it astronomy club so that they don't get in trouble for breaking rules. Yeah, that's true, Sai said apologetically. I had been thinking about how to revive the Six Stars Club. So I wonder what got Akito interested, because we do know from before that he had no interest in this club and was hoping to drop out of the Six Stars Club at the right time when Orihime had the first meeting in episode 7 to 8. And I had my sights set on Seisen Astronomy Club to help raise money. 2 schools had already dropped out because of our talk about buying a telescope. So this was in episode 8. So one of the first things on the agenda for this new Six Stars Club was Orihime wanted to buy a brand new state-of-the-art telescope that all of them could share. But the budget that she was asking from all the clubs is so astronomically high, and 2 clubs or 2 representatives from 2 different clubs complained about it, and Orihime didn't seem to understand the situation. He's like, well, we need to pay this much if we want to be able to buy this telescope and show the rest of the people what benefits this new Six Stars Club has. I thought I might be able to improve the club situation if I could pull in the Seisen Club, who hadn't been at the last meeting. And then obviously, going back to that argument, the 2 clubs were like, well, we'd rather spend the budget on something else, and plus we already have telescopes and we could just fix them and bring them back to life instead of buying this expensive new state-of-the-art telescope. And then Orihime is like, well, we can work out the budget issue if that's the problem, but at that point, there's no way that Orihime is able to convince them to come back to the negotiation table. So they all left, and now we're down to just 3 clubs. And I had thought that maybe if the Seisen Club had some good equipment, the other 2 schools would be pleased. I was hoping for a bit much so. So I had just watched me and grinned as I sat there with my arms folded, lost in deep thought. So once again, I kind of wonder what got Akito interested when earlier before he was trying to quit. And he wasn't really interested in the Six Stars Club. He was just trying to find the right time to quit. But anyways, I guess. So maybe because Hikari's back, and it kind of sparked new interest in Akito. And even though he didn't explicitly say it, I'm pretty sure the reason he stopped looking at stars was because of Hikari. Hey, don't be silly. She's got nothing to do with this. Oh, that's a lie. And Saya knows it. So I'm pretty sure right before the childhood phase, Akito sent a text message to Saya, and maybe Saya shared the information with the ex-teacher Miharu Saotome. But I forgot what happened exactly because it kind of jumped to the childhood phase right away after Akito saw Hikari on top of the train. So it's like yeah, she was. As I sat there with my arms crossed, I suddenly recalled our reunion from a few days ago. Okay, so this is back to I forgot what episode it was. So he was supposed to go stargazing with Orihime, Noriko, and Honoka, but then he drifted off into the woods, and then they found this abandoned train, and he saw this girl on top of the train. and she recognized him that night. The strange girl I'd met at the abandoned station called my name.
Akito だよね。
Hikari? Okay. Even when I remembered it now, I still didn't get her pose, but she somehow gave me more confidence. That was definitely Hikari Hokiboshi. But why? And why there? So I wonder if this is the following day or it's still part of the same day, the same night. And for some reason she recognizes, let's see, Nori. There's a Noriko recognizes Hikari, and she's like, oh, Hokiboshi-san.
どうしてここにいるの？今日は来ないんじゃ。そのつもりだったんですけどね。やっぱり気になっちゃって。
So what was the issue about Hikari and how she well, maybe it was because she couldn't show up, but she actually could and was trying to surprise Orihime, Honoka, and Noriko, and maybe Akito.
どなたですの？
So Orihime is asking Noriko, so who's this person?
うちの新入部員です。
Okay.
どうも、尼高天文部に新しく入りました。ほうき星ひかりです。よろしくお願いします。
Okay, so I kind of forgot which of the high schools or which of the schools joined the Six Stars Club, and which are the ones that opted out.
新入部員？
So I'm pretty sure Hikari goes to the astronomy club that Noriko is the president or the representative of. But anyways, at least it gives Orihime the hope that this new Six Stars Club will thrive. Oh.
そうなんです。むつら星の会の噂を聞いて入部してきてくれたんです。
And I wonder if this is why Noriko is still excited about the Six Stars Club after that pretty big argument about the budget issue.
早くもむつら星効果が現れていたんですわね。今夜はなんて素晴らしい夜なのかしら。
So the reason why Orihime wanted to make the Six Stars Club is because as a big unified club, it's going to have a bigger influence like it did in the past when there was about almost 100 members. But after the clubs fractured and became independent clubs, the total number of astronomy members combined in the city is probably like in the 20s now, or less than 20.
ようこそおいでくださいました。ほうき星さん、歓迎いたしますわ。
Well, I think it's more like around 10 club members total combined in the city. So having Hikari as a new member is a sign of hope, and Orihime is excited about it.
光でいいですよ。ほうき星って長くてまどろっこしいでしょ。光さん。
Oh, Hikari-san. Okay, so how about I call you Hikari-san if Hokiboshi is too long?
この場所を教えてくれ
の辺りに昔住んでたとかで。
Okay.
まあそうでしたの。それでこんな素敵な場所をご存知だったのね。
Oh, okay. So I remember now that it was around episode 8 where Orihime planned for like a first time stargazers meetup after that meeting, and she was kind of depressed when 2 clubs left the 6 stars club table. But Akito's like, well, just because this happened doesn't mean you should cancel the rest of the event. So the stargazers meet up. So they went ahead and did it. And Noriko was the one that chose this place. It's like, well, you get a pretty good view. And it turns out that Hikari was the one that suggested this place.
ところで、空見くんがさっきから抜け殻のように無表情を決めてますが。
So Honoka sees some kind of connection between Hikari and Akito. And for Akito, he's hiding in the dark corner. So I had arrived right behind Hikari and had been silently watching their exchange with a dead expression.
どうかなさったの？まるで幽霊でも見たような顔をして。
So you've seen a ghost. Yeah, well, that's pretty close to how I felt.
ひどくない？私幽霊じゃないし、生きてるよ。ほらほら。
Wait, I don't think he literally means a ghost. It's like the way that he reacted to Hikari when he saw her on the train top is similar to how it would have been if he has seen a ghost. So she had lifted her leg in an attempt to show liveliness. And aside from the old-fashioned pose, her skirt had flipped up and created quite an inappropriate expression, or inappropriate view. So, you know Akito?
ええ、幼馴染なんです。でもって、私たち三日月天文クラブのメンバーでしたから。ね、アキト。
So Akito's at a loss of words.
アキト?
And Hikari notices something wrong. So, are you really Hikari?
どこからどう見ても私でしょうに。
Hikari said while striking some strange, sexy pose. Oh ho! You've completely changed. She looked nothing like she had when we were younger. She was quite a petite girl back then, always running around jeans. People that didn't already know her would even mistake her for a boy. But now, no matter how you looked at her, she became a total lady. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was like seeing a glimpse of the old Hikari in her face and voice. So I've seen this quite a lot. Well, in most of the games that I've played. So the idea that as a little child, she was like a tomboy. She looked like a boy, but it turns out that she's actually a girl. And we've seen this in it was referenced in Strawberry Knots with Itsuki and Seitaro. We've seen it in If My Heart Had Wings with Ageha and Aoi. And once again, that reference from High School DD with Irina and Issei. But let's just continue from here. I couldn't believe it. Actually, I couldn't believe any of this. So maybe the fact that Hikari returned after an absence of many years.
今日は私が至らぬせいで皆様に迷惑をかけてしまい、自分の不甲斐なさに呆れていました。けれど空見くんに助けていただき、そしてこうして新しい仲間と出会うこともできたわ。
So I wonder what Orihime is talking about.
なんて素晴らしい日なのかしら。
I'm not sure what she means by to be saved by Akito.
はい、会長。すごく楽しかったです。
Okay. Hikari watched all the older students talk excitedly with a big grin on her face, then glanced over to me.
というわけだから、またよろしくね、アキト。
Okay, so back in the stop by convenience store, he was like oh, so working with you again. If I think back to that day, so I forgot what this episode was, but that was when Akito was walking the dog Kotaro, and then some girl just managed to dash by, and he only got to see a glimpse of her face, but then she mentioned that she was trying to catch the train, and then she ran off. Well, if I had really thought about it, at that time Hikari wasn't actually trying to crash the viewing party. I'm just mad at myself for letting Hikari see me lose control. Well, I don't think he really did lose control when he found Hikari on top of the train, or that time when he was walking the dog Kotaro and she dashed by. So going back to Saya, he's like I'm not getting the Six Stars Club back together so I can get back into stargazing. Okay? And definitely not for Hikari.
じゃあどうしてなの？
So why? I just want to end this on a good note. So Saya cocked her head to the side with a rather confused expression. Well, if I leave now, there'll only be 2 schools left in the Six Stars Club, including Ama High. So Ama High and Meiko Academy. And so to be honest, it'll be hard to continue in that case, or that state. And that's why, if possible, I like to get the group back on its feet before I quit. So I wonder why Akito's still thinking about quitting after all this, the fact that he saw Hikari once again. But to do that, it seems I need something else other than this Seisen Girls Astronomy Club. So maybe he has to get those 2 opted out schools to come back to the 6 Stars Club. I really wanted to use them to bring back Nishihai and Moromisawa. Okay, so the 2 schools that quit. You're pretty passionate for someone who's quitting. Oh, I guess. Well, those guys really like looking at the stars. I really did like the innocent way that Orihime gazed up at the starry sky. Plus, the genuine atmosphere that they created really felt familiar and radiant. Well, I thought it'd be nice if I could lend a hand in some way. And if there's something or some way I could help protect that radiant place, then I'd do anything. And then, once it's all over, I'm quitting the astronomy club. Ooh, that's pretty sad. So, obviously, Saya would be surprised at Akito's plan. So Saya's multicolored eyes widen in surprise. So you're gonna leave? So you're gonna leave once you get everything all settled down? Yeah, it's my responsibility, right? Well, I don't think it's a responsibility to quit afterwards. Well, the Six Stars Club could become a place that drew in newer students with its own charm, then that would be the best. Then it'll be okay for me to slip out. And besides, I can't live my entire life in the rooms of the school. Well, what does that have to do with the astronomy club? But we do know that he's using the astronomy club room as his residence. But just because he's not going to use that room anymore doesn't mean that he should quit the astronomy club. So now it kind of doesn't make sense. I wonder what Akito's thinking about right now. Well, I'm not going back home. And hopefully by then, I'll have found a boarding house. And if I haven't, I guess I could just try living in a tent for a while. I laughed lightheartedly. Well, this time I'll make a clean break from the astronomy club. Right, Take? So I'm kind of confused about why Akito's still thinking about quitting the astronomy club, even though he was kind of well, even especially since Hikari's back, because they were kind of suggesting that the reason why Akito didn't want to go back to astronomy was because it reminded him of Hikari, who disappeared for quite some time, and now that she's back, it was supposed to be like some inspiration for Akito to go back into the astronomy club, but for some reason he's still thinking about quitting. Okay, huh? So weren't you the one telling me to forget about the astronomy club? Well, I don't remember Takeichi saying that sentence. I'm pretty sure he was like, well, you should forget about Hikari. Just because Hikari's not here does not mean that you should quit the astronomy club or throw it out once and for all. It's like, you can still have a good experience with the astronomy club without Hikari around. They kind of distorted the words that Takeichi mentioned. Because obviously Takeichi's giving him a pretty strange expression. Well, that was payback for that time that I had made the same face at Takeichi.
俺は光のこと吹っ切れよって言ったんだぞ。
There you go. So, yeah, it's like you should be forgetting about Hikari, and just because she's not here does not mean that you should stop doing astronomy. Well, it's the same thing to you, or to me.
つうか、前言撤回しとくぞ。光とまた会えたんだったら無理して吹っ切ることもねえだろ。
Well, Hikari's back, so there's no way that you're gonna forget. And I wonder if Takeichi still hates Hikari for all the things that she's done to him. Well, because Takeichi was the bully, and Hikari managed to turn the tables against him using the dog Taro. Like when he tried to steal Hikari's shoes and hide it somewhere. Hikari did the same thing but hid the shoes in Taro's doghouse. So when Takeichi had to get his shoes back, he had to brave through Taro the dog. Well, what the hell does that mean? So why is Sai upset now? So Sai looked at me with a scowl she would usually never show, and just stayed silently.
なんでやめることないじゃん天文部。光も戻ってきてくれたんでしょ。
So it kind of goes back to that really confusing issue about Akito. Like, well, if Hikari's back, why are you still bent on quitting the astronomy club? Because you mentioned that, or you kind of suggested that, because you stopped doing astronomy because, Hikari disappeared on you.
だったら一緒にやればいいじゃない。昔みたいに。
Oh, no way. Who the hell would watch stars with Hikari? What? So who the hell would watch stars with Hikari? Well, I mean, what about you, Saya? Well, you don't look at stars or anything anymore, right?
私は。私のことはいいの？
Well, don't worry about me. So what she was getting all upset for? And then Saya's cheeks got all puffed up. It was cute, but she was also really mad. But I just ignored her with a blank expression. And that's when a customer came in. Oh, welcome.
もう知らないんだから。
Okay, so Saya's upset as well when Akito mentioned that well, you know, Saya, you are not looking at stars anymore, so why can't you say this to me? So Saya pulled the automatic doors back open before they would close and stormed out of the store. So stubborn. Well, same thing with you, Akito.
お前もな。
There you go. So I completely ignored Takeichi's word of faked astonishment. So it was great working with all of you today. So I'll go ahead and stop here. This is enough for episode 23. So, I'm pretty sure Hikari started looking for Akito after that unexpected meetup when Akito was walking the dog Kotaro, and she recognized familiar sounds like Kotaro's barking. But she was busy catching the train, so she didn't get a chance to see who she came across. But then she tried to come back a few times, and luckily, Akito found her at the right spot. But now we kind of go into the question about why does Akito still feel like he wants to quit the astronomy club? Because at first it was like well, it's because it reminds him of Hikari, and Hikari disappeared, and he kind of misses her. But now that she's back, he's still thinking about quitting the club. I'm probably guessing that it's because he doesn't feel comfortable being around with Hikari after an absence of so many years. And it kind of feels awkward. It's like, well, I'd rather do something else and move on rather than to be stuck in astronomy. And I'm pretty sure the same applies to Saya as well, because when he mentioned, well, Saya, you stopped doing astronomy as well, so why are you saying this to me? Saya got all upset and left. So I guess in the next part we're going to see how we're going to try to get Akito and Saya interested in going back to looking at stars. And I'm still guessing that's because once again it's because of Hikari. So with that in mind, I'll see you in the next episode.